Welcome back to my channel. I have delayed in putting this one up. Not sure why, but I have. Just been really busy. So I'm sorry. So I'm going to show you how I use my Hydra facial. There are 6 components and I'll take you through that. I will also put the Hydra facial, where I bought my Hydra facial, I'll put it in the descriptions. Of course, it's going to be in Australian dollars. So just remember, if you're from the United States, it's going to be it's going to look cheaper than what I paid for it. Also, there are different types of other treatments you can do to help the healing of your skin. And I will show you that in my next video. So for the moment, I hope you enjoy me taking you through the different sections of the Hydra facial. Yep, so enjoy. So here I am, I've just cleaned my face and we're just about to start with the Hydra facial. So what I'm doing here, I'm wiping my face with alcohol, keeping it really nice and clean, and making sure that my face is sanitized. There you go, icicle. This is lactic acid and I think salicylic acid. And we're going to put that on, leave it for 5 minutes so that my skin will exfoliate before I start scraping it with my scraper. So making sure that I have a nice thick coverage of the acid on my neck too, but I don't really recommend the neck because it's been a couple of times that it's just over peeled, so maybe just using vitamin C on the neck, leaving that for 5 minutes, and then I start. This is my scraper and I'm just turning up the frequency. And here I go. Just going over my whole face so that I get some of that skin off. Certain parts of your face can be quite irritating. So you'll see that my face is turning a little bit red. Trying to get all areas of my face. And I wipe off any residue that comes off. Actually feels quite nice. But yeah, at times it can be irritating too. The whole process can take as short as half an hour. So if you've been doing it weekly or fortnightly, half an hour is all you need. However, if you're not doing it as frequently, because you can leave this for up to 6 weeks. If you're maybe around the 4-week mark, I would recommend doing it for an hour, the whole process. So now I'm going to wash off the acid. Okay, I'm back, it's all clean. And I'm going to use the suction. This really gets into the skin and it scrapes the dead skin cells off your face, encouraging that new cell turnover. And as you get older, your skin actually has trouble shedding this skin. So it's excellent for anyone that's over 35, excellent. It helps to shed that skin and keep that skin looking youthful, supple, and encourages collagen and elastin. I'm turning down the air because sometimes the suction can be quite powerful, and I noticed that there was too much water coming out, so I turned that down. The water that I used for this preparation was vitamin C, because I like to have a little bit of vitamin C left over, because if there's any dead skin cells left from the acid, it will help with removing that. But at times, if I feel like my skin could do with something gentler, I will use vitamin B, niacinamide solution, and that's just as good. So I do switch around. Now, I found with the suction, I think I explained in my previous video that I had been doing some Botox on my neck, and it looked like from the when you do Botox, it relaxes the muscle, so the muscle's not going to be as beneficial in holding the skin around the neck. So it created a few lines. So I've been using the Hydra facial, concentrating on that neck area, and I've noticed a big improvement. Skin is left beautiful and supple. Okay. Now we are going to be using the radio frequency, which can also act as a fat cavitation. I do use it all around my skin. However, I do focus on my jawline to make sure that if there's any fat there, that's gone. But keep in mind, it does remove fat. Now, you do need a conductive gel. So what I've just demonstrated was the aloe vera gel. And at times you will see me spraying my face, and that's just to re-moisten the aloe vera so that my handle can conduct the correct amount of energy. So yeah, I do a little bit because it also acts as skin tightening. So that's very, very good, but I wouldn't do a lot of it. If you want, just stick around the jawline, maybe a little bit around the neck. That's where most of the work that I do, and maybe a little bit around the nasal labial folds. And if I'm doing the long trim, it's normally around 10 minutes. Not too long. If it's not gliding, then that's when I spray. If I keep spraying and it's still not gliding, then I use the aloe vera gel. Okay, so I'm done with that. Now I'm putting some more aloe vera gel. So yep, radio frequency. This purely acts to tighten the skin, and I try and concentrate on all the sides of my face, the jawline, and making sure that the hollows in my face stay as hollows. This looks like it's going quick, but I'm actually doing it quite slow. That actually feels really nice on the skin. There you go. I've just sprayed my face to re-moisten the aloe vera. I actually really like this machine. It kind of helps with, I mean, you still need to do all the other stuff, but probably not as frequently because the skin does stay in good condition. So things like your biostimulators, even micro needling, you can actually do that less. Still need to do it, but probably not as often. They're trying to stick with all the hollows. Yep, re-moisten, making sure that I have that conduction. And I think what I said to you was that the fat cavitation is actually ultrasound, not radio frequency. So sorry about that. It was, yeah, so the more flat handle is actually ultrasound, and this one is current. Get that good skin tightening. Sitting in the car park of Bunnings and thought it'd be nice and quiet. However, nope. So you can see cars going, you can hear them. So sorry about that. Okay, now this little device puts in oxygen into the skin, but I also put a vitamin C preparation in there so that that can be also put into the skin. So this can hydrate the skin quite well. I mean, you can put in there whatever you want, really, but it's purely used for hydrating the skin and creating nice moisture. It's actually quite soothing after, you know, scraping out the skin and rubbing all sorts of things on your face. I mean, I suppose you could do this in any order you want, but this is the order that I've found works best for me. I'm wiping a bit of that away because I still have to do my last one, which I love. It's quite soothing on the skin. And that is the cold hammer. So
You've got to watch this because there's lots of cords, so they get all tangled up. So I've turned on my cold hammer, and this really soothes the skin. It, like the description, it produces like a nice cold hammer, and you can rub that on your skin, and it's quite soothing. So I do that about 5 minutes. I hope you've enjoyed that. Like and subscribe to my channel. I'll look forward to seeing you here.